Welcome once again, and for the last race for this day is in Barcelona, race number 4. And forgive me as I have mistaken Barcelona for Baku, so I just had Baku in my mind. So anyway, we're here in Barcelona, and as you know, this is quite the race, and let's go to qualifying, straight into qualifying. Let's go. And first one out is gonna be Kevin Magnussen. Alright. So the last race was won by Fernando Alonso, which quite impressive for the Spaniard at that age. But coming home at second is Sebastian Vettel. But the most disappointing driver I would say from there is Sergio Perez, as he has probably had the worst finish there. Anyhow, we're here in Barcelona, and the infamous corner, which I'm about to show. This corner, yep, this one we have that because this is 2022, and they only removed that corner in 2023. Anyhow, we're on board with Kevin Magnussen for the first lap, who's going to be setting up the first lap of the session now. And they go to sector 1. Let me just put a map. And they go to the S's and hugs the curbs a bit there. And a full right-hander right there just lifts up a bit. And then there is going to be another right-hander here. This is where Hamilton and Rosberg have crashed to one another. And then and they go to the another left-hander here. Is you're gonna have to get as close as you can to the apex right there. And there's gonna be another slings type of corner right here, as there is a Williams in the way again, where we still have this problem of impeding cars, but it didn't slow Magnussen as much, as sector 2 time will be set here. And as you know, sector 2 is one of the most important sectors in this track. And as you go to a right-hander, you're gonna hug that corner as much as you can, and there's gonna be a full right here. You just have to brake, and you make sure you don't hit that. There's a massive collision there up ahead, but it didn't seem to bother Kevin Magnussen out, and he's gonna set his lap time at around 120.6. That has to be a good lap for Kevin Magnussen. But right off the bat, the Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris is out of the qualifying session. Anyhow, we're here with Alex Albon, who's 2 seconds away from Kevin Magnussen. Gonna set his lap time. Who goes P2 is 2 seconds away. Zhou Guanyu finished really good, goes P3. Just nice laps there. And we're gonna go on with Verstappen again, and then there goes Hamilton, who goes P2, who won a previous podium. And let's go with Verstappen right now, because hugs the corners right there and the AS, and then to go immediately all the way to the right. He lifts there, but usually you don't have to lift there for a 2022 car, but the AI seem to do it that way. And you can see Mick Schumacher, 2 of the Hasses are already doing good. And look at Mick Schumacher P1. It is a 1-2 Haas. Never in my lifetime I would see such a sight. And yeah, Verstappen is 2/10 off on Schumacher. Perez is improving. This is what I like to see. Oh, never mind, it's invalidated. But Zhou Guanyu is improving quite well as well. We have Verstappen still 2/10 up on Mick Schumacher, but Zhou Guanyu is going to be impeded here by quite a people here. Perez gets a really good sector 2 time, is already 1/10 faster than anyone else. But we'll see where Verstappen will come out. Oh, he just pits. Okay, that was quite not good. It was very, I don't know, but Perez is gonna wanna improve this time, because He's had a stinker of a race. Like, damn. Even the known back markers have just passed you. Like, had they passed Perez? Anyhow, this lap is gonna be gone because it's being impeded by cars here. But anyhow, Albon is setting up a good sector one time. Lance Stroll unexpectedly at P3. The back markers are actually doing as well. Stroll is faster than Vettel. Never thought I would say that, but Alex Albon sets the fastest sector 2 time. He's only 2 tenths up on Mick Schumacher. We're gonna see what Alex Albon can do. He's gonna wanna try and redeem himself, as he was so close to getting Zhou Guanyi in the last race, but just couldn't do it. He hugs the curb right there. What time will Alex Albon set? Will he be the quickest? No, not quite. Only P2. And that is good enough, actually, as a William driver. But let's see if P5. How the hell does that even happen? Anyhow, the tables have turned. The midfield teams, or the backmarker teams, are up in the higher places now. Alonso, the previous winner, only standing at P7. Alright. Alright, we'll see any improvement. I'm going to want to watch Sergio Perez, because he still hasn't set a real lap. I mean, technically he did, but it's not as representative as it gets. There's going to be a driver from the back. It's going to be his teammate. He's going to be... Huh? Wait on. Alright, I am back, and yeah, Carlos Sainz improves to P11, which is good. Sergio Perez still yet to make his lap. We'll see what Perez can do. Verstappen, surprisingly at P15, and Magnussen is in the wall, and that is possibly the qualifying session away from him now. Let's see if the Red Bull drivers will be starting. Let's go on with Max Verstappen. He goes on to P8, which is not really a Max Verstappen type of qualifying session, but we'll go on again with Sergio Perez in an out lap, and we'll see how well he can do this time. Now into the straight, picking up a lot of speed, not much back markers, which is nice. 333 kilometers per hour. Hugs the first S, and then into turn 2 and into turn 3, just hugs that crest there all the way to the hill. And then what sector 1 time can he set? And he goes, okay, 32 thousandths of a second slower than Schumacher. That's probably what you'd need if you want to be a P2 at least. But we'll see, maybe P3. We'll see what sector 2 time he can do, as Sergio Perez is looking quite quick there. Carlos Sainz moves up to P11, as Hamilton is still in P10, but in they go to this corner, and we'll see what they can do at sector 2. Sergio Perez, what lap time can he set? He goes 32,000 seconds quicker than Schumacher. This might be enough for a pole position, and a surprise for Sergio Perez, as considering he had a really terrible race at last time out at Miami. But we'll see. Perez, but Verstappen has improved again to P6, and someone's already taken the fastest sector 2. But will it be enough? And Perez only moves up to P3 and up into the podium. That's probably what you need as a second driver, as Max Verstappen is all the way at P7. And wait, hold on. Anyhow, Verstappen still at the 120s. Still kind of at 31 point. The 119s for some reason. Valtteri Bottas. Okay. Russell surprisingly all the way down at P15. He moves up to P14 though. And you can see Perez already improving his lap time. This guy is gonna try to redeem himself now. Sergio Perez wants to make the best impression to the team as Lewis Hamilton moves up to P5. That is a decent lap for Lewis Hamilton, 1.9, 119.8. And in we go again. Where will Perez go? And he goes pole position. Sergio Perez goes on to take provisional pole. That is one heck of a turnaround for Sergio Perez. That is one nice lap. Anyhow, we have his teammate Verstappen. I think is in an yeah, he's in a hot lap. But Hamilton is improving quite a bit. Is only 74 thousandths of a second slower than Perez. But we'll see what time he'll set at sector 2. And he goes only 1/10 off of Perez, which could be probably good enough for P2. We'll see that Sainz is out of the qualifying session. Both Ferraris out of the qualifying session. Once again, that is quite disappointing. And Hamilton going a bit too wide there, a bit too shabby in the corners, going super wide in all corners. But I'm not sure if that's going to be improving his lap time though. And he goes, yeah, it does not improve his lap time. Perez is looking on to extend his lead. He's 26 thousandths of a second quicker than his personal best. And okay, no, it does not improve his lap time. And yeah, we have Alex Albon at P3 surprisingly. That is just crazy. How does this guy bring his Williams up into P3? Alright, forget my sister. Mick Schumacher is gonna go on in an out lap once again. This is quite a session for the rest and for Sergio Perez as well. He must be delighted to be at provisional pole after like a long time. Alright, we have Mick Schumacher still at PT surprisingly. We'll be looking at how that goes on tomorrow or in the race. Verstappen might possibly go on in his last qualifying run. But they're now here. Valtteri Bottas is gonna go on in a lap. No, on a hot lap now. He's gonna set his lap, but we'll see how fast he will go at sector 1. He was previously good at qualifying, but he just couldn't make it. Like he was DNF from the last race. He's only 1/10 off of Sergio Perez, and that's sort of okay. I'm not sure if that will improve his lap time, but we'll see in a brief moment. As they will go into sector 2, we'll have to look out for Max Verstappen, who is on an out lap right now, and we'll see Valtteri Bottas' lap time for sector 2 as they go. Gets the DRS on. What will be a sector 2 time? And is 6th? Okay, that's a green sector. That's okay. That's not too shabby, and let's go again. I hope that AlphaTauri won't hinder Bottas' lap, as it goes a bit too wide, just like Hamilton does. It's just a complete replica of what Hamilton did a while ago, and that might put him off, no? Yeah, that completely put him off. It's quite sad to see, but here goes the Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is going to be wanting to beat out his teammate Sergio Perez of a time of 119.2. We will see in a brief moment if Verstappen can get even close to Perez. We'll see in his as his outlap is about to stop and back markers are subsiding now, and um we'll see if he'll still improve. We're now on board with Max Verstappen, and then he goes to the long straight. We'll see if he improves his lap time. Okay, going same speed as Perez. He hugs the right curbs there, doesn't go into the left curb, and goes all the way to the right and just lifts a bit of the throttle. But we'll see what sector 1 time he will put here, and he sets a time of 1/10. Okay, that's somewhere around P2 or P3, but we'll see coming on, and he just hugs the curb but does not touch it, which is good because he could spin out there and just lose out the balance from the rear there. And Verstappen hugs the curb right there, just uses the curbs there and into this right-hander here in the uphill. He's gonna get his DRS, but we'll be seeing what time he'll set at sector 2, and he sets 3/10. Sorry, 3/10 off of Perez. That's gonna be quite intriguing to see, as looks like Daniel Ricciardo is gonna be impeding, or is he? Does he have to let his old buddy just go by? And that's it for Verstappen. It's gone. It's all yellow sectors. He could have improved, but just could not do it. And speaking of improving, we have Alex Albon, who is only 48 thousandths of a second up on Perez. He might get a decent sector 2 here, to say the least, as Perez is it's a provisional pole, and that's going to be 5/10, and that's going to be it. Anyhow, we have Valtteri Bottas, who is 5/10 slower than Perez. He's getting a good lap, to say the least, but he might move up into P8. And speaking of P8, Fernando Alonso takes it, and Verstappen, he moves down to P10. That is one heck of a sight to see. Valtteri Bottas up to P9 and Alonso in P8. And we have like midfield cars or back marker cars up ahead. And that's gonna be it for them. Oh, Verstappen might improve. Verstappen might improve. I'm not gonna skip. He still has the chances of improving. What can Verstappen do to bounce back? He goes a little bit too wide, but will that hinder? Maybe not. He goes on perfectly well. Will he improve his lap time though? Up to P6 at least. And he goes P7. Okay. Anyhow, you'll start with a random hard tire, and then around like 15 hard tires. Okay. We have Perez and pole. Wait, we're just gonna have to look in the photos here, but anyhow. Anyhow, we have Perez in pole position, and then we have so anyhow we have Sergio Perez at pole position, and in starting with the front row is surprisingly Mick Schumacher in P2, and then we have Alex Albon starting in P3, and sharing with the grid is gonna be his teammate Kevin Magnussen of Mick Schumacher, and back here is gonna be Lewis Hamilton and Lance Stroll, out of all people, and then Max Verstappen, and then Latifi, and then Alonso, Bottas, where we have Vettel, Zhou Daniel Ricciardo, Russell, Sainz, and then Gasly, and we have who's this? Esteban Ocon, and Yuki Tsunoda, Lando Norris, and all the way to the back is Charles Leclerc, who couldn't start his qualifying session after a mishap with um, one of the McLarens. Anyhow, five lights out, two revs are going, and lights out, and away we go. And as Perez gets off well, but Mick Schumacher is going to be looking on to fight on Sergio Perez, and into go to turn one. They're going to be going three abreast, but never mind. Mick Schumacher takes the position away from Sergio Perez. Alex Albon tries to fight it back, but Verstappen moves up a place up, and Kevin Magnussen has retired, unfortunately, and due to a power unit problem. And as we can see, Sergio Perez has lost the lead to Mick Schumacher. Alex Albon has been overtaken by Lewis Hamilton, but never mind. They're going to be trying to fight it off there for the podium place. But Lewis Hamilton will be trying to fight off Alex Albon as they try to go in round that corner, but Lewis Hamilton goes out victorious and will take the position away from Alex Albon. But Alex Albon will try. Is he gonna try? Nah, that's it for Alex Albon. And yeah, Daniel Ricciardo moves up into P13. We'll see at the very back. Charles Leclerc at the very back. Verstappen moves up to P5, which is nice, and he's gonna be looking up. But no, Lance Stroll is still fighting up. Look at that, and Verstappen is forced wide by Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is gonna try to force him again wide. Once again, Verstappen is gonna be looking on to overtake Lance Stroll, but look at that. Sainz is out of the race. Okay. Perez will be looking at it, but Hamilton and Albon will be looking at their side by side through turn 1 and turn 2 and turn 3. They're gonna be looking out to fight one another. Look at that. Alex Albon is not giving up. Alex Albon is not giving up there. Look at that. That is just nice to see. And Alex and Zhou Guanyu and Sebastian Vettel fighting it out for the points finish, as Zhou Guanyu is just next to his teammate, as we can see here. That's some brilliant racing. This is more, it's way fun than Miami, which is nice. And as we go, for the second time of asking, Alex Albon will be going on to overtake Lewis Hamilton. Will he do it? No, he does not. And Perez is going to be trying his on purple sectors. He is a madman, and he would want to get this win. Perez is going to be trying his hardest to overtake Mick Schumacher. Wait, we'll see the strategy for a while. Anyhow, Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap. Charles Leclerc is out of the race. It's going to be a double DNF for Ferrari. We will have to check the replays there for Charles Leclerc. Oh, he just goes off too wide. He hits the curb. He's fighting off with Gasly, but he just gets pushed off wide. Look at that. So he's fighting with his fellow Frenchman, and it just goes off too wide. Look at this. He just goes off too wide and just pushes the AlphaTauri outside there, and then yeah, just hits a curb and just tumbles over. And that's it for Leclerc and Sainz. But speaking of Sainz, let's look at Sainz and why his Grand Prix ended, and what the hell did he just get launched into space? Yep, yes he did, and there's a problem with the curb there, but anyhow, we're back into racing. Two Ferraris out of the race. Pierre Gasly moving back all the way to the back of the grid, unfortunately. It's quite sad to see, but there's gonna be 4 drivers fighting for the win, and Max Verstappen is pressuring Lance Stroll, as Lance Stroll has been fighting Max Verstappen, but in we go. Russell takes the position away from George Russell. Okay, I didn't see the overtake, but probably wasn't really the best overtake, but anyhow, let's go on again. It's Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez is gonna try and overtake, sets a fastest sector 2, isn't quite enough, and we'll look out again on the on the long straight. And look at that, Alonso overtakes Latifi there, and look at that, is that Stroll? Stroll is out of the race. What happened there? Stroll has been hit by Verstappen. That is unfair racing there by Max Verstappen, and the really silly moves there. And look at this. He just hits the rears there. That's gonna be we'll see what the stewards decide there. Maybe a 5-second penalty again, but I'm not sure. That looks like more on Verstappen's fault, but that's gonna be a 10-second penalty for Max Verstappen. He's been decided by the stewards due to forcing a person off the track. Oh, I don't know what I just said, but it's probably something meaningful. Anyway, Alonso gets past Verstappen, and they're fighting through the turn 1, turn 2, and Verstappen has gotten away there. Look at the move. There's a brilliant racing here. We have to look at that again. So look at this. So Alonso is gonna try to anyhow, we have here Alonso is pressuring Max Verstappen, and as you can see, as they go to the S's, they're gonna Alonso just gets a good slipstream. But what happens here? I think Verstappen just outbrake Alonso, but look at this. Alonso is gonna get slipstream here and is getting closer, and we'll watch this. And in they go to turn 1, but look at that, Max Verstappen just full commitment to the corner and retains a position. Let's look at that on another angle. Look at this. There's Max Verstappen, and Fernando Alonso will try to go on there, but look at this. He just outbreaks Fernando Alonso, and look at the look how close they go. But Max Verstappen just goes out on top there, and as you know, Max Verstappen is one heck of a guy in terms of racing. Fernando Alonso though is gonna try to dive deep, but just cannot overtake the they just can't overtake Max Verstappen. Just lovely moves there and lovely defending from Max Verstappen. And Mick Schumacher has just been holding off Sergio Perez. This is one crazy thing. Anyhow, Alex Albon is gonna try to dive deep, but just couldn't make it stick there. Valtteri Bottas, no, does not make it stick as well. Yeah, some really good racing so far. I still haven't seen a good I still haven't seen good racing action from Perez and Schumacher. Mick Schumacher, I mean. As they go, as Alex Albon is gonna look on Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is gonna be pressured here by Alex Albon, but what can Lewis do? And he tries to pull around the inside as they go side by side through the S's, but Hamilton still is leading the side driver, and Lewis Hamilton still on top there. Just some brilliant defending from Hamilton. He just defended that move. And now Pierre Gasly is fighting with his teammates Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki Tsunoda has probably had more DNFs than anyone else around here, but Yuki Tsunoda is ahead of Gasly, which is nice. Anyhow, we have Verstappen and Alonso. Alonso back? What happened here? I didn't see the move. What happened? Did he just overtake? Yeah, okay, so now for the second time, Alonso is finally gotten past Max Verstappen. We'll watch this replay here. Now as you can see, Fernando Alonso getting a good exit there. So it's getting more speed through the exit. Max Verstappen can't do anything up he just can't do anything from that, as he's just gotten away too far. And that's a brilliant move from Alonso, but not as brilliant as Verstappen was in the first half when you saw they're like alongside to each other. And yeah, we have Valtteri Bottas and Latifi. Latifi again slowing people down. He's having a habit of this. He might have to get replaced by Monza or something. And yeah, Perez is still in P2, still in desperate need to go ahead of Mick Schumacher, and Fernando Alonso sets the fastest lap time. And it's Sergio Perez just locks up there. He just locks up the rears, and behind them is Lewis Hamilton. We'll have to check the replay once again from Alex Albon. As we can see, Alex Albon will try to get alongside Lewis Hamilton, just gets a top speed, but just outbreaks him though, and just gets alongside one another. But Lewis Hamilton got that cover right there. It's still the same 4 cars in the top 4. And yeah, is there more? Alonso is going to be trying to catch up with Albon, and I feel like Verstappen isn't so dominant with this race. He's just 1 second ahead now. He's just gotten off of DRS. Yeah, he's out of DRS range now. And Albon is just pushing on his tires, pushing and pushing. He's gonna try to overtake Lewis Hamilton as they're getting closer into the corner, but no, it's just they just can't get enough. This must be frustrating for the drivers to have it be like this. It's a DRS train, but behind them is Valtteri Bottas, and he gets his move. We'll have to check the replay again for Valtteri Bottas because it might have been a good move. We'll see. So you have Latifi there. Gets a semi-good exit there, but Bottas gets a better exit, pulls up right alongside him, and just moves in around the inside and takes the move in like that, nice and clean. Anyhow, we have... Oh, Hamilton is out of the race! What happened? Hamilton is out of the race. What just happened there? Was it foul play? We'll see in a moment. Oh no, we made another mistake. Lewis Hamilton is out of the Barcelona Grand Prix, and that inherits Alex Albon the podium place. We'll watch him here, and he just gets off here. He just hits the curb. Let's watch this again. He just hits the curbs there, around the outside, and just hits the wall, and that is it for Lewis Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas moves up to P6, and everyone below Lewis Hamilton moves up a place, which is nice, and Vettel gets a point. And after Miami, he's down to P10 again. That's wild. And yeah, Perez is still on Mick Schumacher. Is going to be trying desperately to overtake Mick Schumacher here. We're going to see, but Alonso is getting closer to Albon here. What is going on? Albon here is going to be wanting to defend like crazy here because Alonso is on his rear, and after winning Miami Grand Prix, Alonso might be looking on to take another win at Barcelona at his home Grand Prix. And yeah, Perez will get DRS again. He's getting closer though, in his to his credit, but Alonso makes a move around the inside of Alex Albon. They go side by side, still through the corner right there. They're still wheel to wheel there. What a good amount of racing there, but Alonso is pushed wide there by... Oh no! Albon there just pushed him off there. Is that gonna be a racing incident? We'll have to check the replays there. Alonso. So we have here Fernando Alonso who gets a nice move around the inside. He tries the inside, and they go side by side through the corner right there. Still side by side, surprisingly, and up the hill they go. And we'll see here that Fernando Alonso was pushed a bit too wide here, as you can see. Now it has to be a racing incident, because if you look here, he had no more space to go. So that is a racing incident, and Alex Albon will not be granted any penalty of any any kind. But Albon now is so close to Sergio Perez. What is Sergio Perez doing? Sergio Perez, what is he doing? He's gonna have to defend the position now as they go into the S's. Sergio Perez, will he retain the position? And will he? They're still side by side through the S's now, and Perez is gonna try to force him wide. There squeezes him to the right, and Perez will try to move around the outside. Will he retain? But no, Alex Albon has moved up into places. Damn. Anyway, let's look at Yuki Tsunoda here. What just happened to Yuki Tsunoda? Let's check another replay here. So behind him is Pierre Gasly. The two Alpha Tauris are fighting it off, but oh, that's gonna be that is just sad for Pierre Gasly, huh? He just makes a massive mistake there and hits his own teammate. That's gonna be a 5 second. That's gonna be a 10-second penalty for causing a collision such as that, and that is without any excuse as well. Anyhow, Perez is down to P3. What a disappointing start to Perez. He starts on pole, but he's now on P3, and we can see his teammate behind him, Max Verstappen, is gonna try to recover. But that is disappointing for Sergio Perez, as he's in the cusp of Alonso now. Alonso is so close to Perez now that he might just overtake him at the long straight. But behind him is Verstappen as well, so that's gonna be some fun. Gonna be 5 cars fighting for the lead once again. This is gonna be quite spectacular, but we'll see now. On the long straight they go. Will Perez get any closer? Will he? But Alonso is getting closer, but will he make the move? Will he stick? Nah, he doesn't make the move. He'll maybe have to do it another day, but Perez still in PC, just couldn't get off the line on the start and P1. He just couldn't take hit a decent launch, but Mick Schumacher just took it immediately at the at turn 1. Verstappen and Alonso is gonna be trying to fight here for at least the win here. There's 2 contenders here that are high on points. Anyhow, let's continue on with the race. It's quite shocking to see, but Lewis Hamilton for the 2nd time is out of the race once again. Anyhow, Perez might fancy himself to always take one of these guys, because they're still fighting it out. But I don't know if it's gonna last Perez any longer, because there's 2 cars behind him who's wanting to take his position. Perez now is gonna get a slipstream, but I don't think it'd be enough. Same goes for Verstappen. They're on a DRS chain right now. Not much happening. Anyhow, let's go in Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo might have a good recovery here as he's getting closer to Sebastian Vettel. He might dive in deep, but will he be brave enough? And no, does not do it. Anyhow, we have Alonso still fighting now. Still Ricciardo fighting for Vettel for at least a point now, as Ricciardo's been kinda disappointing this season so far compared to his teammate. Speaking of his teammate, he is out of the race. Lando Norris is out of the race though, so that is quite astonishing to see. Anyhow, let's look at the leaders now, as Alex Albon is getting super close, but we'll see if Mick Schumacher can do anything about the cars behind him. We'll see the tires now. They're all in need to pit. Their tires are pretty worn out now. Still, no one makes an overtake here at Barcelona. I mean, starting to show its true character of Barcelona being Barcelona, and so is that being a bit boring and stale. But we hopefully at the second stint it will be a bit um more entertaining as what happened to last race as Zhou Guanyu overtook Verstappen for fourth place. That was the most epic thing I've ever seen. Anyhow, Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu are getting closer to the lead and into the pack. I'm not sure. They're all getting closer now to one another. It might be impossible to undercut here or overcut here. I mean, it probably is, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying commentating stuff, but yeah, that's just I don't know how they're gonna undercut here or what strategies they're gonna be taking. Will Perez pit first? I'm not sure. Verstappen? He overtook Alonso. Okay, wait, I have to check that. Okay, you have to be quick about this. How did he overtake? Wait, how did he? Okay, that's whatever. Anyway, Perez, Verstappen is now into P4. Wait, we have to. Come on. Oh, so Alonso got overtaken around the outside. So we can see Verstappen is gonna try to sneak around the inside here. Yeah, he just dives in the inside there, and it forces Alonso to make a mistake there and just makes a move. Let's rewind that a bit to see his perspective. So we can see Verstappen pressuring Alonso here. He's gonna try to take the inside edge, forces Alonso a bit too wide. That is no there's gonna be no penalty around there. And I think Alonso is gonna try to go on alongside him, but yeah, never mind. Good move from Verstappen, using some mind trickery, but anyhow, they're all now into Alonso is gonna fight back. He wasn't too happy about that, but Alonso is back into P4. But what can Max Verstappen do as they go side by side? Wheel to the right there as Fernando Alonso goes a bit too wide, but behind them is Valtteri Bottas, who's going to be trying to scrap away for positions as he's in P6, and he's really going to need points now because he hasn't converted his P2 at the last race into good points as he did not finish. Anyhow, let's keep on going. Alex Albon still getting closer now to Mick Schumacher, annoyingly. What can Mick Schumacher do? Not quite. Still defends the inside there, and then there's gonna be 3 cars, and look at that. They're all gonna be fighting for the lead now, but the question is who's gonna pit first? Is it gonna be Mick Schumacher or what? As they go into those sets of corners there. It's looking strong for the 2 Alfa Romeos, if I'm honest here, but will anyone pit? No one pits, okay. Up again for round 2 mix. They're all really close to one another now. They're all within DRS. This is probably the longest DRS train I've ever seen in my whole entire life. We'll see again, Alex Albon is just 3/10 up on Mick Schumacher. Latifi, and to his fairness, he's P8. That's good points. He's holding up everyone up. That is quite something. He's holding up George Russell in his tires. He's just not gonna get yeah, look, you can see them struggling for grips there as Latifi is sliding there quite a bit. And they're going again for this DRS chain once again, but this DRS chain will be broken down after they all pit. And look at that, Fernando Alonso tries to dive in around the inside of Max Verstappen, but what can Max Verstappen do as they're still alongside one another? And they go to the S, but Max Verstappen still retains a position. Fernando Alonso is still acting fierce here. Will he take the move? Will he do the move? And they both go a bit too wide there, but no. Verstappen still holds the position there. And most of the cars are pit, and Perez will actually pit, not like before where he doesn't pit. Anyhow, here comes Fernando Alonso for the millionth time. Fernando Alonso is gonna get past Max Verstappen. Look at that. Fernando Alonso makes a massive he does a really good job there, and most of the cars are pits. Perez is gonna come behind Albon and Schumacher. We're gonna see what Perez can do though. They're new tires. They're still fighting. There's 10 seconds. 25 seconds though. They'd still be in the lead. Why did Perez pit? They better turn this. Perez better turn this into something else. It's just quite disappointing from him. Latifi in P11. He has pitted for hard tires now, which is good. Alonso is still in the lead. When would he have to pit? Would he pit now? No, he does not pit. And so does Verstappen. Verstappen is still on the rage to take on Alonso. Russell does not pit as well. Ricciardo is surprising at P4, but that is a net position as he still has to pit. But we'll see what they can do as Perez is still laughably still stuck behind the two cars. Stroll finally pits. That moves Schumacher's and Albon and Perez up one place. Perez will be needing to score a point here now, or more than 1 point actually. Verstappen still on Alonso. There's still the really the rivals here. Zhou Guanyu moves up to P9. Okay, there's still some drivers up ahead that still need to pit, but we'll see later on when they will pit. Verstappen still has DRS, but just cannot get any closer to the Spaniard, and it looks like what just happened here as Valtteri Bottas fighting with Perez. Bottas here is gonna look out on and take on Perez. That is quite hard to see for the Mexican fans right now, because Valtteri Bottas out of people is out of anyone is taking on Perez. And Verstappen finally pits. Alonso goes on to goes on for a lap, I guess. Russell pits as well, and Ricciardo will be P2. But we'll see where Verstappen will come out though. That will be the important thing, as Verstappen will probably Verstappen is clear of the people ahead, and is only still 25 seconds ahead of Alonso, which means they have a free pit stop. But we'll see how quick they can build up pace. Anyhow, Latifi is still ahead of Russell and Vettel and Stroll. Sure, the DRS train is gone, but what the hell happened here? Okay. Verstappen is in that P2 position. Alonso has a net P1 position. Judging from his oh no, Alonso just didn't pit. Okay, no, he's going out again. Okay, I thought he's done. What a grave mistake that was from Fernando Alonso. I thought he was gonna be retired, but no. In goes Fernando Alonso to the pits. That is gonna be very, very costly to Fernando Alonso. He just lost so much grip there. But we'll see where Verstappen will come out on. And oh no, Alonso just lost it. Verstappen and Harris P1. Okay. Schumacher is gonna be having to fight with the AlphaTauri and Fernando Alonso. Perez will try to go in around the inside of Alex Albon right there, but Alex Albon tries to fight it back as they go side by side through the corner right there, and Perez still alongside one another, but Schumacher is gonna be looking on to defend the inside line as there is a back markers there. Perez will at least want to get a podium, and they're still side by side. Williams and Albon is just doing really well. Look, isn't it two Alfa Romeos in the back? It's just redemption time for the back markers, and look at that, Perez has been overtaken again by Albon. It's just disappointing to see. Perez has this car that can do so much, and look at Verstappen is at P1, but Perez is all the way at P5. I mean, it's better than DNF, but come on, Perez. Alright, so Alonso is just at the back. He's been finessed by Verstappen now, and that's just crazy strategy from Verstappen. It wasn't supposed to work, but Alonso just made a mistake. He just pitted to one lap early, which caused him to slip and slide there, and just caused him like a lot of time. Okay, look at that. Mick Schumacher trying to get past a back marker. There's gonna be another instance of a back marker ruining this goddamn race, bro. Alright, finally. Is that Pierre Gasly? Yeah, Pierre Gasly. And Perez is getting alongside Alex Albon. They go side by side through the corner right there. And then they go again. Once again, they're going to fight again into the corner. But what can Perez do? And just not a lot there. Oh. Perez just couldn't do as much as I am expecting him to in that Red Bull. And there's just two Alfa Romeos just doing so well. The two midfield teams up into the good points. Anyhow, let's look on forward. Joe Guani is still at P7, just staying with his teammate and getting the slipstream just so he wouldn't fall in the hands of Latifi, who's at the considerable place at P8. Back marker makes a mistake there. That should give them an opportunity to get past them. Mick Schumacher will finally get past. But would this hinder Albon and Perez? We will see. And no, there's the back marker still there. Is that Gasly? Yeah, it is Gasly. Why are you still here? You just let them pass, bro. Like, bro. Alright, Pierre Gasly, come on, Okay, once again, nah, never mind. Perez couldn't do it this time, but... Okay, Perez dives in round the inside of Alex Albon. They try to fight it out. Perez makes a massive move round the inside and does so. Will he retain the position? Yes, he does. Will he? Yes, he does retain the position. But they're still side by side. Alex Albon's really stubborn here, but Alex Albon still alongside Perez. What a race this is! And they go to the corner. Will they go side by side? And Perez will take the inside line. Therefore, he takes the position. And finally, after 10 million years, Perez passes Albon. Alright, Perez now has Schumacher left to pass. He's gonna need to pass the boy, cause he's gonna want Red Bull's gonna want Perez to get more points to win the constructors, and we'll see what Perez can do. And okay, not quite. Jogon is closing up on his teammate though. Speaking of closing up, Latifi is getting closer. He's 1 second closer, and one of the disappointments is Russell is all the way at P9. I mean, it's kind of like an on and off situation for Hamilton and Russell in terms of points. Russell took no points in the last Grand Prix, but last Grand Prix, Hamilton took like second, I think. No, yeah, third. That's still a lot of points. So Perez now on Mick Schumacher. He's getting closer and closer after there's just 13 more laps. 13 laps to go. Will Perez be brave enough to lunge in around the inside, just like what he did with Alex Albon? We will see. Verstappen again is just too dominant. He just, by chance, he's supposed to be P2, but Fernando Alonso made a mistake and just lost the win to Verstappen. That's gonna be a second win to Verstappen now. Perez is gonna get slipstream on Mick Schumacher. He's closing and closing. He's closing, but Mick Schumacher tries to go alongside the back marker. That proves as a very risky move, as that cost him some time, and Perez is only 2/10 up on Mick Schumacher. We will see what Perez can do though. As behind him is Valtteri Bottas, who dives in round the inside of Alex Albon and makes the move stick. Valtteri Bottas is going to look on again to take on Sergio Perez as they go side by side through the corner, but will Sergio Perez cover that up? And yes, he does cover it up, but that is one heck of a move from Valtteri Bottas from Alex Albon. That is a really good move. And in we go, Sergio Perez going to try to dive in around the inside and takes the move and forces him a bit too off. Sergio Perez moves up to P3. That was a brilliant move, and Valtteri Bottas makes another move as well. What kind of race is this? And so does Zhou Guanyu, as Zhou Guanyu is fighting his old rival Alex Albon. They're going side by side. What a race this is. Albon is going to get the move again on Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher is falling off to P6. What is going on to Mick Schumacher? But Perez is gonna get slipstreams there, and which will interfere with Valtteri Bottas, because Perez is getting a slipstream. And will he make the move stick from there? And yes, he does. He's fighting with a back marker hilariously, and that's just funny as hell. And what a race that was! And there's a lot of things to unpack here. Let's just see what happened to Perez. I'd want to see what happened there. Alright, so Perez just moves in around the inside and he makes contact and sends him a bit too wide. Let's rewind that a bit to see the slow-mo. And as we can see, Perez makes a mistake but just hits him a bit, but doesn't count as a forcing off the check, as Mick Schumacher is still on the white line. And behind him is Valtteri Bottas, who's gonna make a move in, and he breaks deep in to the outside, and he's gonna go side by side with the Mick Schumacher. Let's look at that again. I think Mick Schumacher just tired his tire, you know. As we can see, look at this. Mick Schumacher just couldn't do anything there, but Valtteri Bottas has passed them. And then let's look at Zhou Guanyu now, his teammate. Let's see how this happened, and look at that, he gets past Alex Albon. So his former look at that, he just goes in around the inside of Alex Albon, makes the move stick, and they're still side by side round the corners of the S's there, and they go wide. But Zhou Guanyu just made an impressive move, but we can see here Alex Albon fights back, and look at that, Mick Schumacher is just desperate there. That's just terrible. How did Mick Schumacher lose the position to Alex Albon now? Oh, Alex Albon just dives in around the inside, and which caught Mick Schumacher a bit off guard. Let's look at that again. Alex Albon just gets a good exit there. Look at that. He just dives into the inside and takes the position. And Zhou Guanyu as well is taking advantage of it as he goes side by side and forces him a bit off. What a race. And yeah, Latifi is fighting Mick Schumacher again to put uh, salt in the wound. Mick Schumacher moves on all the way to P8. Okay, it's now gonna be Perez has made a considerable amount of a distance away from Bottas, which is good. Joe is 1 second away from Albon now. But yeah, what an eventful race. There's so much packed into it. Verstappen might have been dominant, but not as dominant as he was in Melbourne, as he's only leading the race by 4 seconds. And as you can see, Fernando Alonso there. Anyhow, we still have 10 more laps to go, and Valtteri Bottas is still within the cusp of overtaking Perez for the podium finish. But we will see, as Zhou Guanyu is gonna get you're gonna try to get past the back marker here. This back marker might have saved the race and has given us the best amount of racing. The two Williams are just doing really well this time out at the Barcelona Grand Prix. It's just too good. As you can see, Zhou Guanyu. Okay, never mind. That was the back marker. Anyhow, Zhou Guanyu passes the back marker now. Zhou Guanyu is up into good points now. Valtteri Bottas. Oh no, Sergio Perez importantly is out of the DRS range, which is super good for him, as he is happy with the P3 at least. And here we go, Alex Albon on Valtteri Bottas. Alex Albon will be trying hard to overtake Valtteri Bottas now. Let's look at the back. Mick Schumacher trying to fight, but Latifi, out of all people, and look at that, they're making contact with Gasly. Gasly, why are you even here? You should just let them through. If only there was a mod that can, lap cars would like move to the side. But yeah, Alex Albon again, he's gonna try and overtake Valtteri Bottas for I don't know how many times, but he's gonna get the slip shaming. In they go. Here's gonna be a massive cheat here. It's gonna be Valtteri Bottas and Alex Albon as they go into the corner right there, but Alex Albon just couldn't carry much speed there and loses out to Valtteri Bottas. Tough times, tough times. Alright. Mick Schumacher still being beaten by Pierre Gasly. I mean, to his credit, even though what he's doing is incredibly unsportsmanlike, he hasn't caused the crash, which is nice. And we'll go on again, and Alex Albon 6 tenths away from Valtteri Bottas, which is quite sad to see. I mean, it's racing though, so I mean, Alex Albon just cannot get as close as to Valtteri Bottas. Let's see their tires now. Yeah, they're on the same page as well. Fernando Alonso has younger tires as well. Anyway, here comes Latifi and Zhou Guanyu. Zhou Guanyu just goes off into the distance, but they might fight over in like lap 30 or something, but we'll see later on, as everything has settled. And Perez, he is kind of, is he chasing down Alonso? He is. Is it enough though? Is he gaining on Perez? We'll have to look at their lap times. Anyhow, it's still Albon and Valtteri Bottas still fighting for P4. I'm not sure what other fights will there be. It's apart from Albon and Bottas, but Perez, actually no, not gaining. Not gaining. Perez will just have to stick into P3 whether he likes it or not. He just lost so much time at the first stint, at the opening stint there, and yeah. So Alonso set a time of 1:23. Let's look at let's look at Perez. It's 1:22. He is gradually catching up to Alonso though. Okay. Okay, the DRS range has been broken now. It's gonna be Aston Martin versus Aston Martin as Lance Stroll is going to go on up as in his teammate Sebastian Vettel. They're fighting for the points. Lance Stroll will try to get alongside Vettel but does not maintain enough speed and just goes back to P11 with no points, which, to be fair, is okay. But look at this. Esteban Ocon is out of the race. Do we even want to know how that happened? He probably spun due to not pitting. Let's watch this. Let's watch this again. Yeah, there's sparks over his tires right there, so no wonder. I'm assuming, yeah, look at that. He just loses the rears there. It's just, this is what happens if you don't pit. I mean, obviously, but you should have pitted, man. Like, yeah, that's just poor for Esteban Ocon and the Alpine squad for not pitting. Maybe they were just too focused on Alonso. We still have a bit of lap to oversee here, as Perez might have the chance to overtake Fernando Alonso, but I'm not sure if he's that good. But we'll see. He is gaining by a considerable amount of time. We have to drink water. I've been commentating for 4 races now, and my voice is it is turned raspy now. Anyhow, Perez is gaining considerably on Alonso. We'll have to look at that later on, but Mick Schumacher is getting closer to Latifi. He's gonna try and Schumacher is gonna try and look on to overtaking Latifi for at least a P7 finish. As we know, Kevin Magnussen, his teammate, is out. He's gonna want to maximize his points as much as possible. Anyway, Perez is only 7.5 seconds slow. The distance from Perez to Alonso is just 7.3 seconds. 7.3 seconds. You'll see this gap shortly. Yep, that's how far. Alonso is losing pace, but we will see if this will carry out to the whole race. He sets lap time with 1:23.5. Let's see about Perez. 1:22.5. He's lapping a second quicker than Fernando Alonso. This might be really fascinating to Alonso. He's gonna want to step it up a bit because he's gonna get overtaken by Perez by the time it reaches to lap 33, I think. But I think he still has a lot of time in his hands. Okay. There's still a considerable amount of laps remaining, so we will see shortly. Not really a bunch of races. Yeah, there's not much of battles going on, apart from Schumacher and Latifi and Perez and Alonso, which will emerge later on. This so far has been a really nice race, if I'm honest. Next race is Monaco. We'll probably have to skip that and into Baku, which will be going to their last race because my grandmother is using the TV, therefore I will not be able to watch. So maybe I'll just entertain myself and just do some F1 commentary and post it to you guys, or to my future self. Anyway, Perez getting closer and closer to Fernando Alonso is only 6 seconds. A lap ago, he was 6.5 seconds away from Alonso. But he's getting so close, as you can see in the map. Let's compare the distance again. Look at that. That's Perez. He's hunting down Fernando Alonso. But there's 34 more laps. I'm not sure if he'll be enough. But look at that. Lance Stroll takes a position away from his teammate. We'll have to look at that as well because I've been deprived of any racing so far. So I want to see this. So we have here Lance Stroll is gonna pick up on Sebastian Vettel, and as they go to turn 1, they're gonna try to fight it up in turn 1, and in they go side by side, and Lance Stroll just manages to pick up more grip there and speed through the corner, and therefore takes the position away from his teammates. Lance Stroll now going on Russell. Okay, he's gonna try to dive in deep, will he? Okay, no he does not. Maybe later on, but not now. Sebastian Vettel moves up into P11. That was a good move from his teammate, which is highly commendable. That lends him into the points finish. And yeah, this might be it for George Russell. Lance Stroll might be good enough for this session to overtake George Russell for P9. I'm not sure though. And yeah, Perez is already 5.2 seconds, yeah. If there was 4 more laps, then Perez would have 100% gotten in the, yeah, you would 100% gotten to Alonso, but it's running out of time for Perez, and I think he'd have to settle down for P3, which is, at the very least, the minimum of what he'd want. And look at that, there's already a move from Mick Schumacher. It is just an ordinary move, so we won't really need much replay from that. It's just a DRS move, so it's just lame. So back here is Lance Stroll fighting for P9, and I'm not sure if Russell would be able to keep it up here. And as we can see, Perez 4.9 seconds away from Alonso. I'm not sure if it's gonna be. Yeah, it's not. It's not gonna happen because we only have 3 more laps remaining, and I don't reckon he would get Alonso, but 100% he would have had if Perez had more laps. 123, 37, 123, 125. It's just too fast. Perez is just doing really good. Latifi done in P8. I mean, it is points. It is better than being a back marker, so I have to commend Latifi for that. Lance Stroll now is on George Russell. You'll have to look on how this battle will go on. Yeah, it's not even close. Or is it? Nah. He didn't have the balls to overtake George Russell like that. But anyway, Perez still in P3 as gaining and gaining. He could have overtaken Alonso, but only if you've overtaken Albon and Schumacher a long time ago, then he would have had probably. Fighting for P3 is Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel and George Russell. I'm trying to speak as less as I can because my voice is dead. And we're at the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Sadly, it wasn't enough for Perez. If he had more laps, then he would have 100% done it. Valtteri Bottas doing a very commendable P4, and so is for Zhou Guanyu, who finishes at P6. Alonso gets the extra point for the fastest lap, which is nice. And yeah, I might have to do Baku again for one more time. We'll see though, and Lance Stroll tries it, does not make it work. Will there be any last lap battles? We will see shortly. Alright. So Verstappen is about to go on his final lap. Perez is 3 seconds away. You can see Alonso is there, but he's just running out of time. It's over for Perez. I mean, he's gotten close to his teammate. Considerable 8 seconds away from his teammate, which is nice. So for Verstappen in his final lap, his final tour of the Barcelona Grand Prix, and yeah, last lap now, and we'll see if there's gonna be any last lap battles. I hope there will. Lance and Russell fighting it out. Alright, let's just watch this race. Oh, I have to pee real bad. Anyhow, will this be the last overtake? Getting the slipstream, inching and inching ahead of Russell. Would it be enough? And no. Apparently not for Lance Stroll. But Perez was so close to Alonso. He just couldn't do this thing that he should have been doing now, early on. And now Verstappen, after winning the 2016 Barcelona Grand Prix, when he had his debut at Red Bull, he's gonna win it once again in 2022 in Barcelona. Max Verstappen, after a dominant finish, wins the Barcelona Grand Prix after a terrible place to start with. Actually, it wasn't as dominant, but he got off well. And behind him is Fernando Alonso, finishes the P2, and most importantly, Sergio Perez finishes P3, and alongside with the other people, Zhou Guanyu and Valtteri Bottas. A remarkable performance as they both do a double finish, but so does Williams. They have so much points. The backmarker teams gets a lot of points now, and quite shocked to see, but Russell only in P9. I mean, considering his teammate is up in DNF, so that is it for Barcelona Grand Prix, and I hope you enjoyed this race. And I'm gonna have to pee right now, so yeah. Wait, let me just show you the qualifying. Max Verstappen started at P7 and won the race. How dominant was that? Sergio Perez started first and ended P3. And let's see, look at the Platinars did not start. And yeah. And that's it.